Cruise news time, and I don't think everybody gets the idea or the fact that whenever you book a cruise, you're essentially entering into a contract with the cruise company, and it's not always easy to get out of that contract. We had one person tragically finding that out the hard way, and it's caused Carnival Cruise Line to issue a warning for passengers. Also, Norwegian Cruise Line making a big announcement that they're introducing another included food venue. And we also have a story about an alleged cruise scammer who has been arrested. Could this happen to you? Cruise news and my views. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to La Lido Loca. I'm your host, Tony, here with the latest cruise news and views for your face. For your face on a Thursday the 4th of January, 2024. And tomorrow is cruise day. I'm going to be getting up early, heading to Port Canaveral to jump on the MSC Seashore for the shortest cruise I've ever been on a major cruise line. 2 days. It's wild. I can't wait to go, but I've got absolutely nothing done, nothing packed for that cruise. But none of that matters because we got cruise news to process through. First, let's talk about the warning the Carnival Cruise Line is putting out to cruise passengers around their cancellation policies. And it's really a sad story. Someone reached out to brand ambassador John Heald telling them that the person that they were planning to cruise with had passed away and that they needed to cancel their cruise. And when they went to cancel their cruise, they found out that they weren't going to be able to get any money back because, that's the cancellation policy. There's no proviso there for when someone passes away. You're still on the hook for that cruise. And if you don't cancel following the guidelines for cancellation, then you are subject to losing money. Made the appeal to John Heald, and John Heald, with a heavy heart, came right back and said, unfortunately, that is the deal. When you enter into these cruise contracts, if there is no provision for things like somebody passing away, which in most cruise contracts there's not, that you're going to be charged based on what the cruise contract cancellation policy said. And while relaying that message, John also relayed the message that in most instances, having cruise insurance would take care of a situation like someone passing away, and imploring people who are reading his message to have some sort of travel or cruise insurance when you book a cruise. All that's true. I just share it with you to help spread the message. You never know what's going to happen in life, but when you enter into a cruise contract that you're going to be paying on for the next couple years, that contract is in place regardless of what happens to you in life. Can't go on a cruise because you're going to have surgery. You can't go on a cruise. Someone passes away. Can't go on a cruise because your life situation changes. You will be subject to whatever those cancellation policies are. You potentially could lose money. And so it's always best to have a backup plan, to have some cruise insurance. Now, I have heard of some exceptions to these cancellation rules where people have appealed and it's gone their way, but I would never take that to the bank when it comes to these cruise cancellations. Insurance is probably the best way to know that your money is protected, but a dire warning and a sad story indeed. Before we get to the next cruise news story, let me give a quick update to a story I told you about yesterday. I told you that the Icon of the Seas had made its first stop in the Caribbean. I said it had stopped at San Juan in Puerto Rico. Well, I got the Puerto Rico part right. I got the city wrong. They're actually in Ponce in Puerto Rico, getting things done. And just quick correction there. Cruise news story number 2 deals with included food on a cruise ship. I've said this many times that I think Carnival Cruise Line has the best included food options when it comes to variety and, frequency, all that kind of thing. I think Princess's International Cafe, really a close second for me. Well, Norwegian Cruise Line, they don't want to be left out of the included food game. And what's nice is they have a for-pay venue that I've never seen anybody eating in. I don't think. I've been American Diner. Are you familiar with this restaurant on Norwegian Cruise Line? It is a specialty dining venue. And they've analyzed the sitch over there and they've realized that they might be better off making the American Diner an included venue. And now they're going to do that. They've started rolling it out. Eventually, it's going to be on 6 of their cruise ships. They have culled the menu down. Like, you're not going to get the free lobster sliders, for example, but they've culled the menu down to make it a more appropriate included food venue. And I'm excited about it. Again, I can't remember I've been on the ships before that have the American Diner. I've seen it, but I've never partaken, and I've never really seen anybody partaking. And so that could be the reason. So it could be like a win-win situation. Let's use this restaurant that may be underutilized, maybe not making us money anyways. Let's use this restaurant to be able to offer another included food venue for the guests. Have you ever eaten at American Diner? Have you ever paid to eat at American Diner? Is this good news? Leave a comment below. Now, I got to tell you about this alleged cruise scammer that has been arrested. But before I do that, let me hit you with this question. Are you someone who likes to stay up to date with everything going on in cruising? Are you someone who doesn't necessarily want to spend a lot of time looking through 20 pages of Google results and press releases and emails about cruise news? Well, if you're one of those people that don't want to go through all that rigmarole, then I am your man. I do this show on almost a daily basis. I read the news so you don't have to. Plus, you get the bonus. You're on the bonus program, baby. You get my take on it, my commentary. It's real simple. If you want that, coming right to your face, all you got to do is hit the subscribe button with the notification bell. You'll stay in the know, and it helps me out. Be a part of the local fam. Subscribe, notification bell. Thank you in advance. All right, let me tell you about this man right here, Charles Eric Johnson. He is the owner of Blue Carolina Tours, and he has sold people Alaskan cruises to the tune of $25,000 worth of sold cruises. And he did not deliver the cruises. Detectives who have investigated the goings-on here have determined that Johnson did take money from people thinking they were going to get a cruise, and that money never went to reserving a cruise for anybody, but apparently it went to his personal accounts and it went to his travel and other expenses. Those are the allegations levied at Mr. Johnson. There will be a trial at some point to determine his guilt or innocence. And unfortunately, there's a whole bunch of folks out there that thought they were going to get an Alaskan cruise that now don't have the cruise and don't have the money, waiting to see the outcome of this case. It's a cautionary tale. Anytime that you're working with a travel agent and you supply them with a deposit for a cruise, you should almost within 24 hours get some sort of confirmation that that deposit was given to the cruise line and that you have a booking number that you can go onto the cruise line's website and start planning your cruise. Cruises don't have to be paid in full for you to get that level of access unless the cruise that you're booking is within the window where the full payment was required at the time of booking. Unfortunately, we live in a broken world, and there'll be people that are out there trying to get ill-gotten gain from people that they can manipulate. Always make sure that you follow up when you give somebody money for a cruise deposit. Always make sure to immediately follow up and get your booking number for the cruise that you can use on the cruise website to make sure that your booking is legit. Boom! That's your cruise news. Happy Thursday, everybody. Hope you're doing great. I'm going to go home and get ready for a cruise. This is Tony for La Lido Loca. Until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye. Cruise news.